Away by Edinburgh. Breaker again. Oh, West Ham United are in here. It's Matty Holmes. Holmes with a chance, which he takes clinically. Tottenham's Christmas is getting even worse. They were carved open, and Matty Holmes, the boy from Bedford, took his chance. Anderton with the corner. Jason Dazelle off the line by Burrows. Dazelle again. Didn't miss it second time around. 10 minutes to the break, and Spurs hit back in the East End. It looked like David Burrows had done enough here on the line, but not to be. Dazelle with the goal. This is Edinburgh. It's nice and neat from Tottenham. Kasky. Kasky again in a pocket of space. There's Mickey Hazard charging through the middle. It's back to Mickey Hazard again. It's brilliant. Mickey Hazard smashes Spurs in front. They have turned this game on its head. Kasky again involved. He's having a terrific game, and Mickey Hazard was just slightly behind him here, but generated the power superbly. Glasgow's clearance has gone straight to Darren Anderton, who's gone for it. Why not? Tottenham are certainly enjoying themselves here, playing away from White Hart Lane, which has been a bit of a troublesome patch for them of late. Kasky finding Hazard. Now it's Darren Anderton, and he's outwitted McCloskey at his near post. And that should be victory on West Ham soil for Tottenham Hotspur. McCloskey thought he'd go across him, but he didn't. Has got in here behind Edinburgh, but couldn't pick anyone out in the middle. Looking like a profitable route down the right-hand side for West Ham. There's Nicky Barmby. West Ham are running for cover here. Barmby's free at the far post. Nicky Barmby, Jurgen Klinsmann won't miss from there. Tottenham Hotspur hit the front. Beautiful football from Spurs. Klinsmann takes the plaudits for the finish. Barmby with the credit though for carving open West Ham. Nicky Barmby had already had West Ham running for cover here, and there he is, free at the far post. Great awareness to pick out Klinsmann. West Ham did win 4-1 here last season, but their problem so far this campaign has been finding the back of the net. They need a goal here. This is Julian Dix. Bishop keeping the move alive. Rush again to try and get the better of Edinburgh, which he's done once again. And that was Martin Allen, and that should have been 1-1. Matthew Rush again instrumental, and Martin Allen should have done better. This was a glorious chance for West Ham United. Rush getting the better of Edinburgh. Potts with the free kick. Tony Cotty with the spin. Hutchison. We can see why West Ham are having problems scoring this season. Chances are coming and chances are going. This time it's Don Hutchison. Didn't catch it truly. The momentum is with the Hammers here. And they are queuing up. It falls to Matthew Rush. finally West Ham have their goal. And Spurs can't say they haven't been warned. And that man deserves it, Matthew Rush. Arguably West Ham's best player so far. He's got his rewards here. Matthew Rush in oceans of space at the far post. Emphatic finish. Jurgen Klinsmann. Now Teddy Sheringham! Just what Spurs wanted right at the start of the second half. They are in front again. A precise finish from Teddy Sheringham. Klinsmann with the assist. And Sheringham finding the bottom of the net. That could be a costly error for West Ham. There's Jurgen Klinsmann. McCluskey out to greet him. And Julian Dix will complete the clearance. They don't want to give him too many chances like that. Off the head of Dix. Initial miscue by Gary Mabbott, but he gets the job done. And this is Nicky Barmby who's through on goal for Tottenham. Barmby for Spurs! Breathing space for Spurs. They've had a nightmare in the last few weeks, but they look to be staring victory right in the face now. It was such an intelligent run from Nicky Barmby, which split the West Ham United defence. He had plenty of time to think about it, but how ruthless was this for a finish? They're really enjoying themselves now. Plenty of options in the middle, including Barmby. Should have been a fourth. Straight at McCluskey. It's Barmby. Jurgen Klinsmann has timed his run to perfection. He's onside here. Klinsmann unselfishly tried to set up a teammate. There's chaos there, but West Ham United just about hold on.
Ian Bishop. Walker safely behind it. But a rather muddy surface in the goal mouth. Looks like it's been sanded as well. Abbott. Brown forward for Matty Holmes. Here's Bura. Finds Michael Hughes, the Northern Ireland international. He's looking for Bura, and he finds him! And West Ham have the lead on 10 minutes with a beautiful cross from Hughes and a firm header from Huron Bura. His fourth goal of the season. And Ian Walker's attempt to make it 7 clean sheets in a row is ruined. What a super cross that was. And Bura nipped in between the defenders. And from close range was deadly. It's Cotty. Invites Hughes to take on Campbell. Breaker. Cotty's header is Bura in. Well, that was close to the second of the game, and it would have been the second for that man. Ian Walker was mighty relieved. Brown's header back as the play goes from end to end in one mighty bound. Hughes on loan from Strasbourg until the end of the season, Michael Hughes, but very much with a permanent move in mind. Breaker, looking for Cotti, the clever handball against Mabbutt. Brian Hill was right on the spot. Here he is again, Hughes. I think many people were surprised when Manchester City let him go a few years ago. It was a very exciting prospect then, and he's still a class act on the wing. Borough jumps with Mabbutt. Cotti for Bishop. Well, it's set up nicely for him. He's only scored once this season. Perhaps would have fancied his chances to double his tally. Adjusted well then. But the shot was way over. Anderton with it. Bishop, the header up in the air. Mabbutt, Barmby. Spurs with their best chance off the game. And it fell to the man who says he's homesick for the north of England. And that one was fired well north. Borough for Cotti. Hughes is in that familiar place. Cotti's continued the run. Monka. Walker pulled it down. Klinsmann for Anderton. Klinsmann! And what a chance that was for Jurgen Klinsmann. He hasn't scored in the last 5 games. That's his worst run at Spurs. Went round Miklosko, who's managed not to bring him down, but as the angle grew ever tighter, off balance and a full stretch, he couldn't find the finish. It just didn't happen as he wanted it to. All sorts of trouble here, Sheringham! Off the outside of the post. And West Ham having got themselves in a terrible tangle. And Ludek Miklosko in particular will be mighty relieved. Well, what was going on there? The angle was tight. Sheringham couldn't squeeze it in. Klinsmann stoops for Popescu in full flow. Sheringham pulls wide. Looks for Klinsmann, doesn't find him. Anderton, Barmby! And a great opportunity for Nicky Barmby. He got airborne to volley it at an awkward height. Anderton's knockback just wouldn't come down for him. Had the space though. And here comes the man, capped 4 times by England, Darren Anderton. And target once against Greece. He'll supply the cross. Miklosko makes a mess of it. Sheringham! And Teddy Sheringham has got the equaliser for Tottenham Hotspur. Ludek Miklosko will not look on that with much pride. But it's priceless for Tottenham. They're back level. 1-1. Anderton's cross was a wicked, whipped-in one that tempted Miklosko out. And from the loose ball, Teddy Sheringham pounced for his 13th goal of the season. Through a crowd of players. Sheringham. Klinsmann's made the run. Potts is in front of him. And McCluskey safely behind that one. Barnby, Klinsmann, what a chance this is! And he's done it! Jurgen Klinsmann puts Tottenham 2-1 ahead. For a player of his class, that was simple. And he took it oh so calmly. Klinsmann gets his 16th goal of the season. And McCluskey was thoroughly beaten.
Now Nielsen for Spurs. Armstrong. Oh, that's a great ball. Nielsen can run at his man here. It's 1 against 1. If he fancies it, and he got blocked out in the end. Credit to the defender there. But he certainly saw the whites of goal. Wilson through to Howells, and now Armstrong. Howells has continued his run. Now Nielsen, good run from him. Final ball just a bit disappointing, but they've still got it with Wilson. Just desperately probing for an opening somewhere, Spurs, against a well-marshalled West Ham defence. An interesting flick from Howells, and a very brave header from Rory Allen. Went in when the boots were flying, the youngster. Fearless, just couldn't get enough purchase on the header. We can see it again, it was a decently carved out opening by Tottenham. And when the cross eventually was a little flick from Howells, there aren't many teenagers put their head where Julian Dick's boot was, but that's what Allen did. Wilson coming forward, space now for Sheringham. Might try one from here, does! He's so dangerous, inside or outside the box. Teddy Sheringham. You can't leave him alone for a minute. Well, they gave him space there, and that is a very dangerous thing to do. One look up, first time shot, not far away. Wilson with the corner, driven in, away by Lazaridis, but not very well. Sheringham's header. Nielsen, that's good play. Now, can Wilson find a telling ball? It's not a bad one. McCluskey in trouble. Howells deflected, and deflected away from goal, unfortunately for Spurs. Well, fitting that David Howe should have what will probably be the last effort of the first half. Touch from Porfirio, and now Hughes with Breaker on a run if he fancies going that way. Here's Porfirio again, short to Dowie, and Porfirio, chance here, good save, excellent save from Walker. It looked for a second to be past him as the Sporting Lisbon man went through. He's only on loan, West Ham want to keep him, and that was a real good example of why. Forward from Bilic, and Dowie shielded it well, but no West Ham player near him. And Spurs can break again, this time with Nielsen. Armstrong. Oh, he's done his defender there. Chris Armstrong, good chance, and he's in for Chris Armstrong. Tottenham take the lead. It's taken 67 minutes, but the man who can't stop scoring has given Spurs the lead. It was Bilic who was in trouble. The Croatian international, for once, let his side down. McCluskey couldn't rescue, and Chris Armstrong, his 6th goal of the season, has made it Tottenham 1, West Ham 0. It was a little dummy, I think, from Armstrong. Bilic was sold, he couldn't recover his ground, and as so often, through the keeper's legs. Spurs quite happy to sit back now. In goes Campbell, he's missed it though. And Porfirio's away. This is dangerous. Oh, that's a great tackle by Campbell. He retrieved his own error there. And Walker's got that. That really was a match-saving tackle from Sol Campbell. He missed the ball initially and then chased back like a terrier. Hughes. Again, looking for Dowie. And did Calderwood push in? Dowie still has it. Couldn't find his man. It's come to Lazaridis for a shot, perhaps. Bishop. Tense stuff for Spurs, tense moments. Still not clear. Bilic. Good try! Off the post! Very unlucky. Spurs breathe again as it came back off the woodwork. Well, he almost atoned for his error. Seeing again, had a lot of curl on it, and it came back off the upright.
Fox leading the charge for Spurs. Just too much on that for Klinsmann. Clearance drops straight to Wilson. Now Ginola. He's got two for company. David Ginola. He's picked out Jurgen Klinsmann. Klinsmann poaching. Klinsmann scoring. But credit the assist here for David Ginola. Will Fox. Tottenham not playing like a team who are next to the bottom of the Premiership right now. Beautiful switch in play there from Klinsmann to Ginola. Couldn't quite find the bottom left-hand corner. And Tottenham are looking confident here. And it's gone straight to Stan Lazaridis, who takes aim, and Espen Barton is stretched for the first time in this game. Samasi Abu, and to try and hold off Raymond Vega. And this is Steve Potts for West Ham. Now Vega's gone down here. A tangle with Samasi Abu, who's being led away by John Hartson, and David Ellery with some sorting out to do here. This could be more trouble for West Ham. The red card has been shown to Samasi Abu. He's not happy. And Stan Lazaridis and Harry Redknapp's on the pitch, having to force Abu away here. Abu has been sent off and is now being forced off. David Ginola looking to measure another perfect delivery, and it almost was. Onto the head of Nicola Berti, who couldn't direct his header goalwards. Last week West Ham were putting 6 past Barnsley. Bit of a different proposition today, only 1 goal in it though. This is Frank Lampard, who is inches away from levelling matters. Espen Barton did just enough.
The Sky TV cameras came to London town to cover our Monday night Premiership clash against London rivals West Ham United.
Sherwood with the header! And it was well tipped over from Shaka Hislop. Wonderful save. Everson with the cross. Sherwood's header. And just the fingertips of Hislop to push it over the crossbar. Carr's continued his run down this near side. Can he deliver a good cross? He wins a corner off Stuart Pearce. Corner taken in, and it's a goal for Tottenham Hotspur, and it's Sol Campbell. The captain strikes 21 minutes into the second period, and what a terrific header from Campbell. bouncing over the line. Keeper got a hand to it, hit the underside of the crossbar, and it went in. Here's Sol Campbell. Shot comes in from Freund! What an opportunity for Tottenham, and Stefan Freund so close to getting his first goal for Spurs.
Campbell forward, Everson forward. Ferdinand in there as well. That goal has been coming for the last 10 minutes. It's Rebrov who scores for Tottenham after half an hour of the match. And I wonder now if this is a goal which sends Tottenham towards an FA Cup semi-final with their neighbours Arsenal.
First goal for Spurs, scored by number 11, Sergei Rebrov.
Somewhat ironically, Rebrov has scored in his last two away games at Manchester City and Charlton, and now he scores at West Ham. Can Stuart Pearce find a way through here? That Tottenham defence has been absolutely rock solid so far. To half-time. Pearce. An absolute bullet. The man who 24 hours ago wasn't deemed fit enough to play in this FA Cup six-round tie. And his thumping free kick brings West Ham back after a very poor first half. Season for Stuart Pearce. Luke Canute had that really good opportunity at the start of the second half, courtesy of an error by Clements. It's been Tottenham since then. Here they are, another opening, they have another goal. Rebrov makes it 2-1. And just as we were talking about Tottenham's domination of this game, Rebrov steals in for his second in the match. Tottenham, for the second time in this game, have the lead. Absolutely level with the last defender. Goal comes just short of the hour mark. And once again, Rebrov with a superb piece of finishing, linking it well there with Ferdinand. Scored here for Spurs. Doherty's bullet header was never really defended effectively. Sullivan and his teammates celebrate. And surely now Tottenham are heading towards that semi-final clash with their old rivals Arsenal. Doherty's header just flew off the sodden surface here. Cole seemed to get out the way of the header, but his goalkeeper couldn't get there. And really that's a mistake between goalkeeper and Joe Cole. That's Ferdinand claiming he was fouled by Stuart Pearce. The three-ways play on his goal. The substitute has pulled a goal back. Well, Todorov
Second goal for West Ham.
managed to stay onside here.
37, Svetislav Todorov.
What an important goal that could prove to be. Rather lucky bounce, but very, very good finish indeed. West Ham refused to lie down. As Ferdinand is still complaining about a foul acted on him by Stuart Pearce before that incident happened which led to that goal. That's why he's still arguing. He thinks he should have a free kick. He can't
Upton Park is rocking. West Ham taking the fight to Tottenham here. That's Steve Lomas, who didn't catch it as well as he would have liked, the West Ham skipper. It's a half chance coming from deep. This team did feel hard done by Charlton on Monday. Hit late on in the 4-4 classic when they thought the points were in the bag. Plenty forward here for Tottenham, including Sheringham. David James making sure that Sheringham didn't get a clear run at that. Poyet with the setup, in came the cross, and Sheringham under pressure from James. That's Ferdinand the target. There's Sheringham and Gus Poyet. And we know he's capable of the spectacular. Unable to pull it off this time around. Schemmel tiptoeing forward. Schemmel looking for the return. This is Trevor Sinclair. Schemmel around the corner to Sinclair. He's got three to pick out in the middle, including Don Hutchison. Unable to generate the power required. Good move though from West Ham. Measure cross from Trevor Sinclair. Minto after this, so too is Simon Davis. Minto in that particular duel, but Tottenham have it back. Teddy Sheringham. Ferdinand. Simon Davis again, in towards Gus Poyet. Fabulous save from David James, but following up his left, Ferdinand. Tottenham Hotspur have the lead. David James left cursing his luck, and Spurs wanting treatment here for Gus Poyet, who took a heavy knock there in the build-up. It was his header, which was saved brilliantly by James. But Les Ferdinand, this is why he scores so many goals. He was on his toes to react quickly after a wonderful reaction save from James. James must have thought he'd done enough there. Simon Davis for the cross. Gus Poyet, he was brave. He's paying for it now. Ferdinand with the goal for Spurs. West Ham have been tough to break down on their own patch this season. Lost just once at home. I mean, Leeds had a meaner defence at home coming into this, but they're on the back foot here. And Leonardson has rattled the woodwork. Teddy Sheringham. And Tottenham almost with breathing space. The substitute, Oyvind Leonardson. Lovely touch there from Les Ferdinand. And this time, David James thanking his post for saving the Hammers. Joe Cole, so difficult to shake off the ball when he's in full flight. Leonardson's after him. It's Jermaine Defoe. Don Hutchison took a deflection which could have made it tricky for Neil Sullivan. Hutchison taking aim there. Sullivan firmly behind that. Stefan Freund. He fancies chances from here. He did do. It's a courageous block, but Teddy Sheringham has stolen the ball away. West Ham with enough bodies back. Tottenham again looking to put this game to bed. Stefan Freund denied initially here. Sheringham was looking to try and pick up the pieces away from Repka. taking no chances, looking to try and hold on to the 3 points here. West Ham have different ideas. It's Schemmel. That's John Moncur. Fantastic stop from Neil Sullivan. Had to make sure he got his fingertips on that. Anderton again. That's Ferdinand. Anderton once more. And Teddy Sheringham. Tottenham hit the woodwork again. Well, they should be out of sight by now. That West Ham goal, living a charmed life. Sheringham picked his spot. James is stranded. The post saving West Ham again. Tottenham move into the top 6. They've won in the East End by just the 1 goal in the end. It could have been more, but Les Ferdinand's goal enough to bank the points.
The Spurs fans are waiting for Robbie Keane. There he is, a 22-year-old, a debut as an expensive signing might be unsettling, but he's been through this several times. Spurs do have their new striker on show. West Ham will be out to curb Keane and kickstart their season.
We're just looking down, Mark. We talked about formations that are available to Glenn Roeder. It's plan 2. He has looked at, obviously, Glenn's 1-11 and decided that there's no possible way Glenn Roeder was going to play 3 at the back. So right from the start, we've got Trevor Sinclair wide on the left.
It's Daly jumping with Sheringham. Oh, and it's a weak header by Daly. It's Robbie Keane with some clever footwork.
Just loses his bearings, Christian Daly here. Goes up, challenges the head, and then doesn't have a clue where the ball is. He's looking for it, searching for it. Then this is a really poor header from him. It's so typically Keane. Most people would have just hooked that left-footed as it was dropping there, but not him. Happy to pull it back over Breen's head and attempt a spectacular volley.
Perry throws down abrasively by Lomas. The Canio stayed onside. This is Joe Cole.
Oh, chance. First time we've seen Joe Cole, 10 minutes of the football match. First real touch he's had. Anthony Gardner's wasn't a great touch here. He got brilliant closing down from Lomas, really setting the example. The Canio kept himself onside. Just get all mixed up there, Anthony Gardner.
All this giving West Ham a chance to regroup. And this wins the header. Out away though, from Jevčević on his stronger side.
Good clue. Watch the goalkeeper. I think when it leaves his foot, he thinks it's on target, but it just begins to arc away. Just in about the last half of the travel. Just cuts across it slightly. It's on target there, but it starts to bend away from that far post.
Ziege finally gets the cross in, and Teddy Sheringham, well, they got a header on target. He was also complaining that Christian Daly had got a chunk of him again.
I think he might have done, because he gets in front of the defender.
Free kick to West Ham. That's Breen. Pushed away by Keller, but not out of play. Di Canio and Canute. He'd have been smiling then if the stoppage had eventually led to an opening goal.
This is a real wicked cross, not that one. That's a decent ball in, but the one coming in now because he decides to power it in. Watch it bend as well as Canute goes to try it. It's got bend, it's got pace. Really difficult to control. But when you look at it, it is a chance. He's up there, just got underneath it.
Maybe the messages weren't getting through. He's come to reshape it himself, Glenn Hoddle, down at touchline level.
Yeah, they're going back to a back four.
Thatcher. Keane still trying to craft something. His first Tottenham appearance. It's Simon Davis. They've had to wait until past the hour, but they've got a midfield man into the middle, and he's put it into the net.
Well, I said they lacked that all first half. But Christian Daly, I wonder how he's got caught here. You see the 7 as the ball's getting played around. He gets caught there trying to play offside. What on earth he's doing, I don't know, Martin. And that was all that Simon Davies needed. He was in, quick as a flash. The ball's a very, very good one, because he has to dig it out and cut out the goalkeeper. He does that, and look at that for control. You see how he didn't thrash at it, maybe in the way that Joe Cole had in the first half of chances. He strokes it with his left foot into the corner.
Di Canio's corner. Doherty made it his. Di Canio again. Oh yes, Canute. 1-1, great response by West Ham.
Top marks Christian Daly. He might have been at fault, in my opinion, for the goal, but what a part he plays in the equaliser. It's when Di Canio holds the second one back in. You watch the number 7, pull it to the back post, get up for this, nod it back across goal in a real dangerous area. And there's the old Sniffers goal, the old striker on the prowl for anything that might drop there. Super response and immediately rewarded. What a good knockdown that is from Christian Daly. Got nowhere to go there.
The shirt pulling on from Jevčević by Canute, but Tottenham got the ball in any case. Oh, Robbie Keane, that is absolutely brilliant.
Penalty.
Ian Pearce has brought it down.
Must be.
What's Uriah Rennie going to do to Ian Pearce?
Is he going? He's gone.
Well, he was outskilled by the debutant.
Brilliant, wasn't it? Brilliant skill. Watch this. Chest, flick, and then the touch to kill the ball there. There's the lunge. Cynical, it's deliberate. He has no option, the referee, on both decisions.
It is Teddy Sheringham. It is 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, all to do now, West Ham. What a penalty. Confident. Strikes this just beautifully. David James comes out early. Look at that for precision. Side net. Doesn't come much better like that. That is unsavable. I don't care how many goals you put in there, you just don't save that when it's stuck there.
Di Canio. Sinclair!
Top draw. Absolutely top draw. Bright as a button, both of them. Bright as a button. Tottenham sloppy. But give the attacking team full marks. Full marks.
And it's been typical of what Trevor Sinclair's been offering over the last 15 minutes or so.
Fantastic, Martin. I tell you, he was so bright there, but what about the ball from Di Canio? Ben Thatcher a little bit asleep there when he's marking Trevor Sinclair, but it was a positive direct run. He was saying to Di Canio, put it there. Di Canio had the ability to do just that.
Doherty. Ziga. 2 minutes plus added time to go. Tottenham have been twice in front. Gardner. Oh, there's a deflection. Poor West Ham, you have to say that, but Tottenham will take it any which way. Anthony Gardner strode on and made his own luck.
If you don't come and press the ball, then you invite that upon you. I can't believe that he's walked into this gap, Martin, and no one comes to press him. Gary Breen, I think, the unlucky player who hits on the ankle, but no one comes to press him. And any player, regardless who he is going to step into that area, is going to strike it, and he got lucky. He got very, very lucky. And West Ham don't deserve it.
It is heartbreaking for the Hammers, but for a young Tottenham defender, what a time to strike. Everson's ball forward. It was third time lucky for Tottenham. Anthony Gardner planted the winner past David James via a deflection off Gary Breen. A second half in which Tottenham led, West Ham replied. Tottenham led, West Ham answered it again. Heroics from the Hammers, particularly when they were down to 10 men. With Ian Pearce sent off, conceding the penalty that gave Spurs their second goal. After brilliant work by the debutant Robbie Keane. Sheringham scored it. Davis had put them into the lead the first time. Equalisers by Canute and Sinclair. And Spurs are second.
Now Yossi Benayoun has got beyond Chimbonda. Harewood positions himself in the centre. Work for Benayoun to do, but he's doing it well. In the end, just took one touch too many, really.
You didn't do it well for me. He had the chance to put the ball in. Players had made runs, didn't do it.
Aaron Lennon, that's a lovely dip of the shoulder to take him beyond Ferdinand. Lennon for Spurs, just wide.
Well, that's why Benayoun didn't do it well. He gave Tottenham the chance to break it up, and the next minute, it's nearly in the back of the net. Lovely little feint there from Lennon. His pace gets him away, just tries to bend it round. He'll be disappointed he's not hit the target.
Defoe, here's Aaron Lennon. Signs he wants to run at Konchesky. Back it comes for Defoe. What a save that was by Green. Defoe thought he'd scored against his former club.
It is a good save, but 9 times out of 10, Defoe would have put this in. Didn't get the best of contact. He'll know that he should have made the game a little bit easier for Spurs by putting them 1-0 up. Jermaine Defoe.
His next goal, by the way, Jermaine Defoe, would be his 100th career goal. This is Rio Coca in for Harewood, who's got beyond Dawson. Harewood, Robinson with the save, and Chimbonda should be able to clear. The referee took a look to see whether it had gone out for a corner. Benayoun felt it had.
Well, it's a decent chance. Thought Marlon Harewood might have been able to take it a little bit closer to Paul Robinson, but took it early. The keeper's made a good save.
Asuakoto, Edgar Davids. Fancy's taking on Pansel. Here comes the cross. Mido's got there first. It's Mido, and it's 1-0. Mido's first goal of the season in first half stoppage time.
That's quite fantastic ability from Mido. He made it all happen. He saw that Edgar Davids was under pressure at full stretch. Mido sees that, a little flick up, and a decisive body goes through the arm, the legs of Anton Ferdinand.
Huddleston. Chimbonda. Mido! It's off the bar.
That's a lovely ball in by Chimbonda. Attacks it well, Mido, with purpose. Terrific header.
Chesky. Tevez sets it up for Noble, and West Ham's youngest and least experienced player has scored a priceless goal.
Well done, Mark Noble. He gets to the edge of the box and then stays controlled, keeps his eye on the ball, fires it through the legs of Dawson. Robinson, no chance.
Etherington. Ooh, untidy ball, and Davenport's clearance wasn't much better. Oh, remarkable. Bowyer denied what would have been an embarrassing own goal thanks to the heroics once again of Robert Green.
Well, he's pulled off 3 or 4 fantastic saves. I mean, they caused their own problems initially. This is a fantastic save. I think it might catch him in the head rather than in the hands, but As all goalkeepers will tell you, as long as he stays out of the net, he's done his job.
Well, so far, this game has been everything that the Barclays English Premier League is all about. Commitment and absolute enthusiasm. Tevez. Gets it back from Etherington. And wins the free kick.
Dawson tries to read this situation and, well, fairness, doesn't get an awful lot of the ball.
It's Tevez, and it's absolutely magnificent. What a day to do it.
Brilliant, brilliant free kick.
He's in there somewhere.
Well, take a look, because he not only gets it over the wall, but he bends it and he dips it and he brings it just under the crossbar.
Good ball. Lennon in behind Neil. Well, it was a risky challenge by Boya.
I think the referees give the penalty. Boya certainly doesn't make contact with the ball, and, well, there's enough there for Lennon to go down and ask the question.
Then it's Jermaine Defoe, the former West Ham player, with a chance to score and bring Tottenham back into the game. It'll be the most unpopular goal scored at Upton Park this season if he gets it. And he has. Game on.
Knew exactly where he was going to put it, and against the goalkeeper, he's been in excellent form.
There's no question that Tottenham are back in this. Chimbonda has it back for Tottenham. That's a good ball down the line to Berbatov. Two in the middle. One of them is Lennon. And it's a goal, and a superb goal as well by Tainio. It looked on for Lennon to hit the shot himself. He laid it off, and that proved to be the right decision. And Tottenham are level.
Lennon knows exactly what he's doing. It's a lovely hit. Flick back into Tainio's path. And just like Noble, midfield player on the edge of the box, drills it past Green.
And Tottenham now will believe they can go on and even win this game. Tevez will take the free kick. It's not bad, it was tempting, and it's a goal! They've done it, and it's Bobby Zamora who's come off the bench and within 2 minutes has scored the most important goal West Ham have got this season.
It's got to be his first touch of the ball. It's a decent delivery into the box by Tevez, and he rises well, gets up early. It's the first time we've seen the Tottenham players beaten at the back. And it's a powerful header that gives Robinson no chance. Look at the reaction. Look what it means to Robert Green and his team.
A goal out of the blue has given them a hope again. But here comes Huddleston for Tottenham. He claimed a handball there. Well, they'll get a free kick anyway for that second challenge.
Earned his team a free kick right on the edge of the box.
Nobody will have left early at Upton Park. There could be another chapter written in this dramatic story yet. Berbatov concentrates hard. There's no question he's got the ability to do what Tevez did in the first half. And that he has done! Dimitar Berbatov with a magnificent free kick. Tottenham are level, and West Ham are back in despair.
Anything Tevez can do, Berbatov shows he's his equal. Because this is even harder, it's closer. To get that up and down, and I talked about somebody on the line, well, they got Konchesky there, but it was just too good for him. The ball was too high, and he could only help it on its way, and what a blow that is for Alan Kirbysley.
Zamora's once again in a good position here, and so too is Marlon Harewood. Oh, Noble almost got onto that. Tevez did. Oh, what a chance.
Not the way the game was going for this fella. You almost thought this is going to end up in the back of the net. Even a 3-3 draw is going to seem like a defeat for these West Ham players and the fans.
The last throw of the dice. Zamora's lost out here. The referee looks at his watch as he races forward. It's Jermaine Defoe, and he's got Lennon up with him, and only Konchesky to beat at the moment. Defoe! Oh, no! Unbelievably, it has been pushed out to Staltieri, and with seconds remaining, West Ham's fate might well have been sealed.
They lose the ball on the edge of the box, and in fairness to Tottenham, look how many white shirts break forward. Defoe knows his runners round him, but he likes to take the shot on, and just when Robert Green needs a bit of luck, he doesn't get it. He gets his hand to the ball, and you see it just gets away from him.
It's only the third goal he's ever scored for Tottenham Hotspur, and it's the goal that might well send West Ham United out of the Barclays English Premier League.
It's been a week to forget for these London rivals. Both have suffered disappointing back-to-back defeats. Tottenham have at least already qualified for Europe next season, courtesy of their League Cup win a fortnight ago. West Ham need a dramatic upturn in form if they're to secure a UEFA Cup spot of their own. Sakura picks up the ball for Spurs, out to Malbronk. Alongside me is Brian Marwood. What are you expecting today, Brian?
Well, I think it's a big game for both sides, isn't it, after their recent run. The fact that West Ham have suffered two very heavy defeats. And Spurs will be bitterly disappointed, having won the Carling Cup. They followed that up with poor results against Birmingham City and PSV Eindhoven.
Ljungberg. Oh, it's stung the palms of Robinson. Ashton goes in. And a chance for Boamorte as well. Oh, what a mess. And Zamora deflected over. Oh, Tottenham were all over the place there.
I think it actually hit Lewis Boamorte, because that looked as if it was going to head to the back of the net. But I mean, Paul Robinson makes a very nearly a huge rick here, dealing with that strike, and then he redeems himself not just once but twice, saving bravely at the feet of one or two West Ham players. But that's hit Lewis Boamorte.
First corner of the match. Ljungberg in towards Ashton. Neil back in. Ashton! Chance over the bar.
I just wonder whether Chris Foy might have spotted a handball from Dean Ashton. But I talked moments earlier, Gary, that the fact that West Ham have started brightly, they're very quick to the ball. You know, they're winning everything at the moment, the important knockdowns and tussles. And he takes his very, very sharply, doesn't he, Dean Ashton?
Berbatov fouled by Jonathan Spector, the American. Not very happy at the decision. Tom Huddleston over the ball. Dawson and Berbatov! What a brilliantly placed header by the Bulgarian, right in the corner.
Dimitar Berbatov, you just can't afford to give him this type of room. Oh, it's a decent ball in from Tom Huddleston, and it goes across one or two players, and then Berbatov just lurking really, and he just guides a header into that bottom corner.
Sakura. Foul by Ljungberg.
It's going to be very interesting to see how fragile West Ham are. Having come off the back of two 4-0 defeats to Chelsea and Liverpool, and now having conceded a goal so early in this game. And Spurs have just upped the ante somewhat since that goal, and Freddie Ljungberg not particularly happy.
Well, another free kick in a dangerous position here. I don't know what happened from the last one, just a couple of minutes ago. Huddleston again. Berbatov again! Oh, can you believe it? What is going on in that West Ham defence? Dimitar Berbatov has made a wonderful start here with two cracking headers.
Well, there's a real inquest going on at the heart of that West Ham defence. And once again, the goalkeeper can do absolutely nothing whatsoever. That's gone over the head of Lucas Neal, and Berbatov's got himself between Neal and Ferdinand, and once again guides a header beautifully past the West Ham keeper.
Here come the white shirts again. What a run by Lennon, beautifully done. And Huddleston should have made it 3.
That's probably the easiest chance that they've had, Spurs. This is an excellent chance. Lennon does brilliantly. Just running at defenders is always a threat. And when this ball comes in the box, I mean, Tom Huddleston's got a free header yet again.
Well, Dean Ashton. He's left the ball behind. Huddleston. Hit in from Boamorte. Another foul from Boamorte, and it's going to be a yellow card. Berbatov. Spector with the header. Lennon and Boa Morte. Oh, Boa Morte with the challenge on Lennon. Referee reaches for his pocket. I think he's going to be sent off here. What a miserable first half for Luis Boa Morte, and what a crazy challenge. Looking for Lennon. What a measured ball that was. Lennon against McCartney. Beatles going there as Huddleston shoots.
What a strike. What a strike. Probably deserved a goal. And once he ran at McCartney, it was very difficult there. West Ham have got a lot of numbers behind the ball. No indecision on the part of Tom Huddleston. He's created 2 goals, very nearly had one for himself.
Ashton against Dawson, shoots! What an effort that was by Dean Ashton with 3 defenders around him.
It's a very tight angle. He's having to work really hard just to create anything for himself there against Dawson and Zakora. He gets it onto his favoured left foot. And he's claiming that the final touch came off a Spurs player, not sure.
Fande Ramos will be pretty happy. Chimbonda, 4 in the middle. Lennon leaves it. Chance for Gilberto! His first goal for Spurs on his first Premier League appearance. And what a way to bounce back.
They've kept the ball well enough, but they haven't really been threatening. But this occasion they were. And as this ball comes in from Chimbonda, clever little over from Aaron Lennon that sets it up from Gilberto. But what a lovely first touch out of his feet. Gets it onto his favoured left foot and really tucks it away brilliantly. And he'll be feeling a lot better about life at White Hart Lane.
Lovely ball. Oh, bent! His 100th goal. He's got it at last. And it's 4-0 to Spurs. 3 4-0 defeats in a row for poor old West Ham.
I mean, this is a good 40 yards away from goal. He bends it in to the running Darren Bent, and he really gets ahead of his marker, and that's the key. And it's a terrific finish on what has been a nightmare afternoon for West Ham United.
Upson once more, seeking out Carlton Cole. This time looking to find a way through Tottenham, just too much on that for Cole, and Choluka putting the ball behind for a West Ham corner. Carlton Cole spearheading the West Ham United attack, linking play. Craig Bellamy have up his sleeve here. Collins right in front of Gomez, and the ball goes into the back of the net, but the whistle has gone. Chris Foy, the referee, seeing the infringement there. And West Ham's celebrations cut short at Upton Park. And what did Chris Foy see here? He's looking at Jermaine Genius. Genius goes to ground, ball finds the back of the net, goal ruled out. Collins. Carlton Cole again, the inevitable target here, making a real nuisance of himself. That's Behrami, felled by Bentley, free kick to West Ham. In a really promising position here. Chris Foy right on the spot. More clumsy than anything from Bentley. 2 Welshmen over the ball. Bellamy teeing up James Collins. Couple of ricochets, Tottenham off the hook. Corner. James Collins takes his place just by the penalty spot. Tottenham under real pressure here. Neal is forward, so too Mullins. Bellamy's delivery, fended off by Aurelio Gomez. Picked up here by Behrami. Craig Bellamy's onside here. He's a player who simply never gives up. Didn't quite drop for him that time. Tottenham on the left looking at the assistant referee on this near side. Was Bellamy onside? He was. He timed that perfectly, and the pass was almost inch perfect too. Genius. Well, going out to meet Genius. West Ham fans not happy that no challenge is being put on the Tottenham midfielder. Chorluka. This is Aaron Lennon. Pavlyuchenko looking to cause some trouble. Bentley! Pushed away well by Rob Green. Lovely controlled half volley that from Bentley. But Rob Green equal to it. Tottenham midfield, Luka Modric. Ricochets here to Aaron Lennon, Pavlyuchenko! A whisker away. That's the closest we've been in this game. Aaron Lennon, look at this, all the way across the 6-yard box, and Pavlyuchenko couldn't finish it off. It's been amongst the goals of late, the big Russian. Longer. Nice patient football from West Ham, just what their manager Gianfranco wants them to play like. Bayrami charging at Tottenham around Chorluka, goes to ground again and gets the free kick again. Valon Bayrami. And a couple of nibbles there, Chorluka. Bayrami's free kick held by Gomez, maybe could have caught that. By longer, still plenty forward here for West Ham. Still awaiting the first goal in this game. Here come now, that's a wonderful cross and Furbeck couldn't get to it. No takers for West Ham. Lucas Neal with the driven cross. And how close is Furbeck to getting to this? Tottenham are now right behind them. It's tense at the moment. Still, it's stalemate. Here's Didier Zakora for Spurs. Charging run from Zakora. Not brilliant, puts an end to it. A glimmer of hope for Tottenham. Genius. Aaron Lennon, 3 to hit in the middle. That's Ledley King! Breakthrough for Tottenham! And it's the captain leading from the front. A goal which will mean the world to him. Aaron Lennon involved. And Ledley King there to finish it off. It was laid on a plate. Fabulous cross. And that is a textbook, picture book header. It's a massive moment for Tottenham. Kick. Maybe that should have been the other way. Aaron Lennon feels that he is the injured party here. Noble's free kick off the head of Ledley King, corner to West Ham. Nervy moment at Upton Park. Noble's corner. Played by O'Hara, that's Lucas Neal, kept out by Gomez. Upson, Bayrami, chaos at the back for Spurs, but Gomez holds on. Was that West Ham's moment? Tottenham just couldn't get the ball away here. That's the first save from Aurelio Gomez. And here comes the second. That's O'Hara! It's a stunner! Jamie O'Hara seals the points for Tottenham. Their renaissance continues. Tottenham coming into this just above the bottom three after an awful start to the season, but they are climbing clear of trouble, and it's the boyhood Tottenham fan picked his spot and found it. A screamer. Tottenham are seconds away from a famous victory in the East End here. Luka. He's working his magic again, and this time he's biting the hand that used to feed him. Harry Redknapp leads Tottenham to victory at Upton Park. Jamie O'Hara sealing the win.
Collins, stinging pass. Nicely brought down by Stanislas, away from Luka. Chance right at the end of the first half. Carlton Cole, a whisker away from tapping it into an empty net.
Great play from Stanislas after a super ball from... A stress ball or a golf ball?
Both, I think. He's a...
Scrambling.
And now it's Lennon. And now they're a little stretched here, West Ham. It's Defoe. Can they finish it off here? Defoe! Good save by Green, gets a second chance! Fabulous goal by Jermaine Defoe! And Tottenham are going to fourth in the table. Defoe again against his old club. It's Tottenham 2, West Ham 0.
Well, it has been one hell of a frustrating afternoon for Jermaine Defoe, because he's made run after run and he's not quite at the service. And well, if this first strike is blistering, the second one is an absolute peach. Look at the power he gets in that. You've got to say, can't really blame Green here. Watch the way the ball moves. It's going to his right-hand side. It comes off his left shoulder. A frustrating afternoon finishes with a fantastic goal.